Hollywood's just crazy to me, dude. I just don't understand it. Like, it seems like they hate white men.
Well, some people that work in Hollywood, I'm sure, don't like white men, but that's a thing about woke culture. It's like there's a hierarchy of the injustices that you have faced. But white men, even if it's not you, which is where it gets prejudiced, because if it's not you, white men over history have caused the most grief.
What if that shining red carpet hides Hollywood's greatest deception? The film capital of the world loves to present itself as a haven of truth, fairness, and equality, but Rogan's revelations have sent shockwaves through the industry. His expose uncovers secret plots and staggering hypocrisy that could make any drama series look tame. This is the story Hollywood desperately wants to silence. Trust me, you'll want to hear this one.
And that's a whole different thing. Oh, we're different. We do yoga, and this is our life.
We all fuck each other.
Yeah, we all fuck each other.
I mean, but then there's casualties. Like, then Kevin Hart doesn't get to do the fucking Oscars.
Yeah, but Kevin Hart shouldn't do the Oscars. Fuck the Oscars. You
shouldn't have wanted to do the Oscars.
Those things are gross. And what they are is you're having a contest for art. And I think that
if you're enjoying this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support makes a bigger difference than you might think. For the last decade, Hollywood has tried to play the role of the world's moral guide. But let's be real, they're failing harder than an unwanted superhero spinoff. These are the same people sipping champagne that cost more than your monthly rent, arriving at award shows in fuel-hungry SUVs, and handing out golden trophies for pretending to be someone else, all while shedding tears about social justice.
What else is weird is that, like, the same mentality that says this says that a white kid who grows dreadlocks and dresses in urban streetwear is culturally appropriating.
Yes. Many.
Joe Rogan has cast the brightest light yet on Hollywood's glitter-drenched hypocrisy, and let's be honest, he's the perfect person for it. This is a man who's made a living calling out nonsense, sometimes while casually eating bugs on camera.
Helps your movie sell, and if it's an Oscar Academy Award winner, and I get that people are celebrated for great work. I get all that. It's awesome. Yeah. I get it's a celebrate, but it's also gross. You know, and when it was revealed to be gross was when Chris Rock was on stage and Will Smith slapped him, and then a few minutes later, Will Smith wins an Academy Award and they give him a standing ovation after he just assaulted a guy in front of her. It just shows you there's no ethical, moral structure to the way these people are living their lives. They're living their life by the whim.
It's almost too easy to laugh at. Some Hollywood stars genuinely act as if a few explosions on screen could bring world peace, while others seem to think a 5-minute speech at an awards show somehow redeems their entire career. Meanwhile, Rogan, he'll grill you nonstop, whether it's about conspiracy theories, aliens, or why elk meat is supposedly the secret to good health, until you either give in or pass out. Mixing these two worlds is a recipe for the ultimate roast: Hollywood versus Joe Rogan. And here's a spoiler: Hollywood isn't ready for what's coming.
Creating is one of the dumbest fucking things, because that's what cities are. They're melting pots of awesome cultures, and they all get together. Just if you're a fucking dude and you want to dress up like Bruce Lee, that doesn't mean you're culturally appropriating. It means you're a Bruce Lee fan, and it's kind of cool.
You're admiring that, and so you're trying to take it on.
It's all woke. It's all woke culture. It's this culture of compliance. They want you to...
Let's start with Hollywood's favorite illusion: pretending to care. You've seen it before. Actors dripping in diamonds likely mined by someone who never got a lunch break, delivering heartfelt speeches about poverty, inequality, and climate change. Apparently, saving the planet now requires a ton of frequent flyer miles. They'll post a black square on Instagram, throw in a few hashtags for good measure, and then hop on a private jet to their next destination. Of course, Rogan isn't fooled for a second. He points out the obvious. If your weekly jet fuel use rivals that of a small country, maybe you're not the eco-warrior you think you are. From there, the comedy practically writes itself. Hollywood loves the look of activism, just not the effort behind it. It's like buying a Peloton, taking one photo for social media, and then using it as a coat rack for the rest of the year. That's the heart of woke Hollywood: lavish, theatrical, and utterly hollow when it comes to real results. And when Rogan exposes the illusion, it's like tearing down the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. These are the same people who brag about playing a minority role in a blockbuster movie, then act as though they single-handedly ended discrimination.
What are you saying? It's the most bizarre headline.
Would you allow, somebody like Anthony Joshua to box in women's boxing in a year's time if he had the treatment?
There's a weight category issue. I'm not sure about the weight categories. He'd be a lot bigger than any woman, but if he was in a woman's size weight category, yes, I would.
You would let Floyd Mayweather,
crazy.
who is pound for pound the most successful boxer in male history, you would let him in a year's time compete at the same weight against women?
Yeah, if there's a weight category.
This is nonsense.
Behind closed doors, the same executives continue pulling strings from their Beverly Hills villas, sipping whiskey older than their marriages. Rogan doesn't even need words. He just points to the scoreboard. Hollywood talks like Gandhi, but acts like Gordon Gekko. And of course, controlling the cultural narrative is their obsession. Somehow, it's become their mission to lecture the rest of America on politics, morals, and lifestyle choices. As if the average person juggling 2 jobs really cares what someone whose assistant times their kale smoothie order at exactly 8 a.m. thinks. Millionaire actors are out here preaching to truck drivers, nurses, and plumbers about the struggles of the working class. They clutch their pearls, rage on social media, and launch PR campaigns faster than you can say cancel culture. And yet, when Rogan calls out their hypocrisy, they act as if it's a scandal worthy of a Netflix special. Someone from outside the bubble pointing out that the emperor is, in fact, nude, despite wearing Gucci, is apparently unthinkable.
Including there was a movement that they had a ban. I think most people abandoned it, but it was really ridiculous for a while, where they were yelling at white girls wearing hoop earrings because they were saying that this is a Latina thing, you're culturally appropriating.
I remember that.
But it's not. Like, then if you historically, you got to go back to ancient Sumers where they invented hoop earrings. Mm-hmm. So are you from Babylon? Are you from Mesopotamia? No? Then shut the fuck up, because you're culturally appropriating. Do you have a Korean phone in your hand? Yeah. Guess what? That's culturally appropriate.
At those entertainment award shows, essentially lavish self-congratulation galas, celebrities parade in outfits that could cost more than a house down payment, applauding one another for courage while surrounded by security keeping the crowd at a safe distance. Rogan doesn't even need to intervene, it's already comedy gold. In Hollywood, bravery means wearing something outrageously expensive. For Rogan, it's asking a Navy SEAL if Bigfoot is real. Then there's Hollywood's relentless cycle of moral outrage. Every month brings a new controversy, a fresh lecture, and another reason to be offended by the public's disagreement. Their focus shifts faster than a Coachella DJ switching tracks. Politics one week, gender-neutral Oscars the next, climate change after that. Trend chasing has overtaken genuine activism. From his studio, Rogan points out the obvious. Hollywood loves blaming everyone else while ignoring the problems in their own backyard. Power drives them, chaos drives Rogan. And the one truth Beverly Hills refuses to face, disorder is exactly what's coming, and it's going to be messy.
See that video? No, it's bananas.
A good percentage of people will not accept an offer with a company that doesn't have intentional DE&I programs and initiatives.
Talk to me, Pastor.
Well, a few things. If DEI works anywhere, it has to work everywhere. Let me tell you where DEI does not work. The NBA and the NFL. Where are the Asian, Latino, Hispanic basketball and football players? Where are the black guys in the National Hockey League? Those businesses are...
Here's the real kicker, though. They are so ingrained in the Hollywood bubble that they fail to recognize their own absurdity. Following their unity speech on stage, they will talk about who will be the next person canceled during the after party. Once they have given you a talk about environmental protection, they will rent 3 planes to take their group to a film festival. That would be equivalent to receiving a reprimand from someone standing close to a petrol pump while smoking a cigarette. The hypocrisy doesn't need to be emphasized by Rogan. It overstates the situation. The best part is that Hollywood actually thinks they are winning. They believe that their fans won't ever see the flaws in their meticulously preserved image. Hollywood's attempt to strike a balance between billion-dollar salaries and woke points so Rogan mocks and the rest of us get popcorn is ultimately like watching someone juggle chainsaws while wearing a blindfold. It's risky. I can't take your eyes off that, even though it's ridiculous. The most affluent clowns in town put on a hypocritical show, Rogan said.
Was like an Epstein type compromise deal where he had, whether he was doing it himself, conceivably, people want to think that he's attached to some intelligence agency or something like that. I think he's a gangster who made $1 billion and knew how to control people by compromising them. That's what I think. Whether or not he had help, I don't know. Whether or not he shared some of that information with people so they knew they had compromising stuff on people, I don't know. But clearly he was doing it for his own jollies too.
It's ironic. Hollywood doesn't seem to realize that Joe Rogan isn't out to attack them. He simply finds their behavior so absurd, it's like denying a trash fire exists. While Hollywood puffs up on stage, claiming to defend democracy through a 3-hour superhero epic, Rogan sits back with his microphone, sipping what probably tastes like a mix of dirt and vitamins. The absurdity practically serves itself, and it's pure comedic gold. Then there's Hollywood's obsession with image. PR teams, probably spending more hours controlling spins than on actual filming, curate, polish, and pre-approve every word and gesture. It's not activism. It's a sequin-covered marketing stunt. Hollywood believes the public still buys it. They don't see that speeches from the stars barely resonate anymore. Folks back home are exhausted. Leonardo DiCaprio ranting about carbon footprints while lounging on his yacht isn't exactly shaking the Ohio plumber fixing a leaky sink.
No. Pull that video up, because it's one of my favorite.
What's your name?
None of your business, unfortunately.
Okay, hello, nice to meet you, none of your business.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So do you love America?
Yes, I do.
I hate America. Every state in the USA should be an independent country. What do you think of this?
Wait for it. Well, I just first have to ask, since you hate the country, do you plan to leave?
What do you mean by that?
Do you plan to go live in another country?
No, I do not.
Here it comes. America is the only country where even though
a couture-clad actress weeping over injustice while a stylist fusses with her hair between sound bites isn't exactly inspiring a single mother juggling 2 jobs. It doesn't connect. It's completely out of touch. And when Rogan points it out, you can't help but laugh because it's just so obvious. Ironically, Hollywood has become the very thing it claims to despise. Exclusive, elitist, and hopelessly out of date. Politicians get criticized for being disconnected, yet at least they sometimes step into the real world. Hollywood, on the other hand, is sealed tighter than a doomsday bunker. Shooting a gritty indie film about poverty and then driving off set in a Rolls Royce is their idea of understanding the people. Rogan doesn't even have to question them. The roast is built into their lives. Now add the panic of cancel culture. Hollywood practically invented the sport. An actress can be forced into a public apology tour that looks more like hostage footage than genuine regret, all for a tweet from 2009. The same voices demanding growth are sharpening the guillotine. Rogan has faced this game himself, but he just grins as he exposes the hypocrisy. Hollywood would have been left behind years ago if it truly valued growth. Instead, selective outrage is the rule. Just make sure it doesn't hurt the box office.
Watch this, because it's so funny.
I'm in debt. I'm obese. I'm addicted to anime. I live in my mom's basement, and I'm confused about what gender I am. Now, let me tell you how to fix the country.
And Hollywood always has the same response when their hypocrisy gets exposed. You just don't understand, as if we're too naive to notice them sipping $500 martinis while whining about pay gaps. No one's fooled anymore. They see it, they know it, and they aren't buying it. Rogan sees it. The public sees it. And come Oscar night, the only performers left are the ones angling for a standing ovation. Then there's the environmental irony. Hollywood elites live in sprawling 20,000 square foot homes that consume enough electricity to power a small village, yet they lecture the world on conservation. Their pool heaters burn more energy in a week than most people use in an entire year, while they expect you to feel guilty for a single plastic straw. Rogan cuts through it all with one simple question. If they truly cared, wouldn't they start in their own backyard? But giving up a second Malibu mansion is apparently harder than feeling remorse over a reusable bag. Rogan isn't just stirring the pot, he's threatening the very illusion Hollywood has been selling since the birth of cinema.
More than anything, it's getting people to change, getting people to listen to you and do what you want them to do. I want you to stop wearing those fucking earrings. I want you to stop wearing dreadlocks. You know, dreadlocks, the Romans wore fucking dreadlocks. Dreadlocks are not necessarily a black thing, although most black people, there was more rather black people wearing them than white people. But there's white people have had dreadlocks forever. It's we've all seen dirty hippies with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
You know, go to a fucking Grateful Dead concert. There's a lot of dirty white people with dreadlocks. They're not trying to culturally appropriate. They're trying to be dirty hippies with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
They exist. They're real. To say that that's cultural appropriation is fucking crazy.
Here's the punchline. Hollywood still thinks it's winning. Despite plunging award show ratings and films failing at the box office, unless it's a superhero sequel, they continue to issue grand pronouncements, moral lectures, and viral hashtags hoping to capture attention. The public, however, isn't buying it anymore. People have seen through the $500 martinis, the eco-preaching from 20,000 square foot mansions, the sequin-studded activism, and the endless PR polishing. The illusion of bravery, morality, and connection to the real world has worn thin. Rogan doesn't need to expose Hollywood's hypocrisy, it's already imploding under its own weight. Yet when the building starts to crumble, he's the one holding the flashlight, showing everyone the cracks they've ignored. And here's the ultimate irony. Hollywood tries to cancel him at every turn, but each attempt only enlarges him. Every angry tweet, moral lecture, or critical article reinforces his reputation as the person willing to speak the truth others fear. It's like the Streisand effect on steroids. While woke Hollywood teeters in its high heels of self-righteousness, the audience has traded their movie tickets for popcorn and front row seats to the greatest show on earth. Watching the unraveling of an empire of pretense, Rogan quietly dismantles the illusion one sharp observation, one pointed question, and one clever joke at a time. The celebrities remain desperate for control, lecturing the masses from stages and Instagram feeds, yet missing the reality in their own backyard. In the end, Hollywood wants Rogan to stay silent, but the truth is unstoppable. The more they try to cancel him, the more they amplify the very mirror reflecting their flaws. The empire of glamour, hashtags, and manufactured virtue is collapsing, and Rogan, he's already in the spotlight, guiding everyone to see it, and the audience is watching, laughing, and learning in real time.